So I had the opportunity to sit down with Big Boachie from the Golden Deer Productions podcast, Golden Hours podcast with Conor. So let's give him a call and see what he got to say.
Hello?
Yo, what's up, Big Boachie?
Is that my favorite podcast host?
What's going on with you, boy? How you doing?
Big money. What's the drop in this episode?
Yo, listen, man. I was about to ask you the same question, man. How you feeling?
Well, I think it's the first time I ever got really soft on camera. You got some Dr. Phil Lay's, baby boy. I'm a little nervous to drop it.
Well, you know, we got to get into who you are, Conor. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know what it is.
Honestly, yeah, just drop it, bro. Just like run the clip.
Run the clip. You ready? You sure? You think they're ready?
Yeah, I'm second guess myself. Just do it.
All right, cool. We're going to get at you. Y'all check this out.
Said hi.
Welcome to Kicking It With Show. I am your host, Show. And today I have with me Conor. My man, Conor.
Showed up post-work.
Post-work.
Showed up in, what is it, a Buick?
What is it? No, don't embarrass you like that.
You showed up in a 1999 Buick, sweating bullets.
That is a 2000 Chevy Impala Classic, okay?
2000?
That's a 2000. What you talking about?
My fault, bro.
That's a 2000. Now,
don't be hurt, bro.
Is it a ship? That's Betty, man. Don't talk about Betty like that.
Oh, you have two vehicles?
No, yeah. The truck is mine also.
It's like you're planning an armed robbery, bro. Those two things, dog.
The truck is mine, and the Impala's my work car.
Okay, word.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a beat-up vehicle. It just gets me to work, shit like that.
Yeah, no.
It is what it is.
Yeah, you don't have to explain yourself.
Nah, when people see me, they're like, why are you driving this? Like, this is Betty. Say hi to Betty.
There's a shorty I really like who drives the same car, so you're good, bro.
It's good. Nah. Honestly, if it was like
I feel you.
Better, I would tint it. Just to keep it nice.
Well, hit up Noble from Museum TV. He does tints.
Yeah, I know. I hit him up. He's gonna do the front of the truck.
Word.
You know
yeah, you're gonna look real sweet. You should get some spinners too.
No. It ain't that. I'm older now. I don't need this kind of. That's the problem. We don't do that.
You could be the guy to bring it back though.
Nah, I'm good. There's a truck, it's a family car. I don't need no that kind of problem.
But what's in the small cars? All your tools?
It's all it's just tools. It's a work car. Mm-hmm. You know, it's dirty as hell in there. You know, it's bullshit.
That's Betty.
That's Betty. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
She hasn't got a tune-up in like 3 years.
Okay. So it's not Betty, it's a death trap, bro.
It gets
the car's 19 years old.
It gets an oil change every time.
You pump the tires up?
I pump the tires up. I just fixed the exhaust actually.
Yourself?
No, hell no. It fell.
I was gonna say you're mad resourceful. I
don't mess with cars. Electronics scares me a little bit.
You probably could pick it up though.
I probably could, but I'm scared of electronics.
Have you noticed in learning how to do construction and carpentry that you've been able to pick up skills in other manual labor?
This is honestly because of that I'm able to do this.
You think so?
Yeah, because it's allowed me to.
Right?
Yeah, it's discipline. It's helped me to visualize things differently. You know, it's like I'm a computer guy by nature. Like I went to high school for information technology, so that's what I know. So it's just
people in your family do it too.
What?
People in your family do it too?
No, it's just me. Everybody else in my family is usually they're doctors or accountants and stuff like that. I'm the only one that's kind of
all high achievers though, right?
Oh, high achievers. You know how Nigerians are.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I don't want to sound like stereotypical, but I do not know what's good with Nigerian work ethic. It's like absurd, bro.
It's what we grew up with, bro.
But it's like a common trait with a lot of Nigerians I know.
We can't stop.
But
we can't stop.
How do they acquire it?
It's just what we know.
Just in
it's in our
genetic
blood.
thing?
Yeah, it's what we know. It's what we do.
It's fire.
It's what we do,
dope, bro.
That's why, even when we get quote unquote rich or wealthy, we still keep going.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying? So, how was the dynamic in your household?
What, with me and
your family, in your household? Yeah.
Well, my parents were split. I grew up with my mother, who's a single mother.
Okay.
And it was me and my two sisters, so I grew up only around women.
Oh, wow.
It's like, wow, you really got shafted, bro.
you guys, yeah. Well, I mean, it's not, how would you say, what do you think about growing up with women? Like, you see how dudes are, you see how I am.
I see how it is now.
Yeah.
I see the impact now.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm a little bit more emotionally intelligent than some of my friends because I understand women. But I have had to learn to be much more, oh, look, your fan club.
What's up, kids?
I think, so my dad is in the picture. Like, he's always been in the picture. But I grew up with my mom.
Hey. What's up, kid?
Is that your son?
Yeah, that's my son. That's Elijah.
Look at him. He's about to be a running back, bro.
He's a beast.
Let's hope he goes to the league.
Nah, I'm not married. What if he wants to play a sport? Whatever. I'm not putting nothing in front of
Yeah,
him.
but if he goes to the league, you'd be
Oh
pumped.
hell
bro.
yeah, I'd be pumped. What? I'm going with him everywhere he
Yeah,
goes.
that's what I'm saying.
Everywhere he goes. This is nuts.
This neighborhood's turned.
I love it.
Those kids are crazy.
I love it, man.
Yeah, so I grew up with my mom. I grew up in Lincoln, which is traditionally a wealthier town. I grew up in a section of Lincoln that wasn't necessarily the most wealthy.
Okay.
And I grew up on the side of the highway in a house. And I mean, I'm making myself sound like a pity party, but like no.
That's how you grew up. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. I think I kind of grew very independent because of it, because I didn't necessarily have a model really. So I just started kind of doing everything on my own.
Yeah.
And my mom's mad hardworking, bro. Like psychotically hardworking.
Which explains how you are now too.
Well, no, but my father's very hardworking too.
Oh, so he comes in your blood.
Exactly. But I think I got a little crazy from both sides too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
yeah,
you meet
yeah.
them, they're normal.
Okay, oh, for real? You're like the overdrive?
They're
the
like,
turbo?
They're like, what happened to this kid?
Like, whoa, maybe we get a little too much.
What do we bring into this world?
Hey, man. So
Also, shout out to Show for having me, man. Thank
nah,
you.
of course, man. You're my guy, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
already know, man. You already know, man.
I think we've developed a dope bond since we first met.
You already know how it goes, man. Like I always tell everybody when people ask about you, I'm like, bro, you see what he's trying to do. Why would you not support that? It's not like he came in here. You came in here guns blazing, definitely. Like you
for
let
sure.
people know, like, hey, hi, I'm here, I'm Conor. You know, but
Check your DMs.
yeah, you would definitely tell me to check their DMs.
I was slamming DMs. At the
Slamming
start.
DMs, but that showed passion. For me, I saw it as passion. Like, oh, you were really ready for this. Like, you were hungry for something to happen. You didn't know what you were trying to do, but you wanted to do something.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
I just say it every time we'll come up on a podcast or we do an event or something. Like, dude, we are so blessed to be in this city.
Yeah. I mean,
There is no model.
nothing. There's no rules. There's no blueprint. You can set your own rules.
Yeah, that's fire.
Like,
I'm
what
sick
can
of
you
the
complain about?
complaints, bro.
Yep. Dude, I don't even hear that no more.
There is no
No.
barrier to entry here.
None.
Anybody can do it in the city.
Anybody. It's like, stop looking for listeners all the time. Don't focus on that and just continue putting out your content. If it's good, if you're a quote unquote creative,
Yeah,
your mind's gonna continue to turn. You're gonna be doing things.
Exactly.
You're gonna stay active.
And we shouldn't even talk from the perspective like we're totally successful in what we've been doing, but like, dude,
No, we should, because we are successful.
yes.
In a sense of,
But it's just
and-
getting started, bro.
of course, but we're in that point where we're not nowhere near plateaued out yet. See what I'm saying?
I will never plateau.
Exactly. You know, there's no glass ceiling for us to reach yet. We're just climbing and climbing and climbing. And the only reason we're even doing that is because we're active. We're putting ourselves out there. You know what I'm saying? You're constantly out here. Out of all the podcasters I know, you're the only one that's pumping out episodes the way you pump. You got to 100 episodes almost in less than a year, I think. About a
9
year,
months.
maybe. There you go.
Quick.
You know, I mean, it took us 2 years to get to
I feel
100. You know, and you were pumping them out.
But it's tougher when you have to pull in a bunch of different resources at once. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have your episode, sometimes you have 5 people, 6 people. That's tough to get everybody in the same place.
Dude, why do you think there's only 2 of us now?
Yeah, I feel you.
It was a whole lot. No disrespect to them.
Yeah, have you always been like more entrepreneurial minded?
No, I just honestly started because of this.
Mhm.
Remember I told you on your show, like, I got bored with construction. It just became the same mundane situation over and over.
It's rewarding though, isn't it?
It's
We were just talking before this started about how Show can go drive to the Encore Casino and see it built.
yeah.
There must be something totally validating about
No, there is,
seeing
because
that.
I can say, hey, I was a part of that. Like, my history is being held here, like, with a bunch of the other tradesmen that are here. Like, we can all say, hey, I was a part of that building being built. It's dope for that, because I never saw myself being a part of anything like that. So, yeah, I have history now in this city that I helped build this city. You know what I mean? But for my own personal, like, satisfaction and gratification, it just wasn't enough.
I feel you.
It just wasn't enough. It's like,
Well, you feel
okay,
like you got more in the tank to go do other shit.
way more. I didn't even have more than a tank before. It was just, it took construction, being a carpenter, for me to see that, like, okay, I was literally brain dead.
How old are you? 33?
I'm 33.
So I love hearing shit like that when people start stuff up in their 30s, because like kids my age now will look at your 30s like the scariest thing of all time. But I love the fact that it's
that's
like
the time.
No,
You
no,
hit the prime.
no, you'll be in your prime at 50, bro. You know
Nah,
what
the
I'm saying?
prime. I mean, like mentally, like you're clicking on all cylinders when you hit
think
30.
so?
Because it's not even about I'm almost 50 or I'm getting old. It's just your brain changes.
And you also have experiences under your belt.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I don't necessarily have.
You get it. You're getting it now.
Exactly.
You're getting it now. Like I envy you guys because you guys now have something that we didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
You have the internet. Mm-hmm. You have a reach that we never.
But you're not that old, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you guys have all that.
When did the internet start popping? Were you in high school?
Yeah. But we didn't have. It wasn't popping like this. We didn't know that. Oh, if we search Google, it will bring up this. We didn't have YouTube to have all these tutorials and all of that. We didn't even know we could do any of that.
It's fire.
You know what I'm saying? So you guys, that's why like when I hear young kids complain, I'm like, you're dumb.
But when I say experience, and this is because I know the nature of the show is also to be more emotionally deep, but when I say experience, I also mean like you have invaluable relationships you've been in different circumstances that you've learned a lot from. I'm yet to do that in my 20s.
How old are you?
23.
Okay, so you're at that cusp. You're at that cusp because 23 is pivotal.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I mean like you. Oh, I'm actively every day trying to put myself out there in situations that make me feel uncomfortable. It sucks. I hate it, but like I wake up every day and say, okay, what's gonna make me mad uncomfortable today?
Yeah.
If you look at it, you have 10 years of more relationships and more experience and more interactions with more humans. Your emotional intelligence is more in depth than mine.
I would say now it is, but when I was your age, it wasn't.
Yeah, I feel you.
I was literally just a cold-hearted dude. It was very distant.
With women?
In general. Even with my friends, they'll tell you I
Why?
didn't. It's just how it's what I know. It's how I grew up. Like it wasn't.
What opened you up?
Just understanding that it's okay to feel, because the way I deal with my issues is really I don't. People say,
Shove it down.
I just kind of just put it away.
Internalize it.
Yeah. Or I just focus on something like work, and that's what I go to. Something's bothering me, I just go to work.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I just go to work, and it kind of just solves itself.
It helps, for sure.
Yeah, big time. Oh my God, it's a big ease. But for me, it's more like it just, if I can't change it, I don't focus on it. I just let it run its course. But if I can change it, that's what I focus on. It's always a solution. I don't worry about the pain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't worry about, if anything's really going on. Nothing. I shut everything else out if I can fix it, and I make sure I fix it.
It's a discipline.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's because, at the end of the day, you have to look at it like, if you're worried, I always tell people, if you're worried about the problem and not the solution, you're going to constantly put yourself in a deeper hole.
Mm-hmm.
Because depression is real, from what we're learning now. And I never really cared about depression, none of that. That was never a thought process in my family, and we never talked about it. I didn't care. It was just, fix it.
And looking back, do you feel like you've been in depressive phases?
Oh, yeah, I was in a dark space before, definitely. I think definitely like between the ages of 19 and 25, maybe even 28, that's the time that you're gonna go through those ups and downs of figuring out your emotions.
Absolutely.
I know you're definitely going through that too.
Absolutely.
Up and down. So what would you say are some of the struggles that you went through?
So I've always been a very obsessive thinker, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like my mind attacks things. I'm like very ADHD, but I've had to develop over time. So I would definitely be like quote unquote OCD, 100%.
Okay.
Like textbook, because my mind can attack things, which is a dope thing if you want to get good stuff done.
Yeah.
But if your mind, you wanted to shift to something negative, my mind in the past would do that. For sure.
Just hold on to that and just hold on to that.
I think very intrusively. So like it would depend. Like if something really bad happened, my mind could just only hold on to that and block everything else out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, you remind me of a lot of people that I know that went through that. I don't know if they had ADHD, but if anything bad happened to them, they just could not get out of that.
Exactly.
It just destroyed everything around them. Matter of fact, my ex was like
You're like,
that.
yo, bro, you're fucked.
Yo, I legit, like, my ex went through that situation, and she was going through some family stuff, and it had such a bad detriment. It was so detrimental to our relationship, because she just could not get out of it. Couldn't shake it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I would be like, at that time, I didn't understand everything, so I would just be like, yo, I got shit too. Man, I don't.
You're not the only one going through it.
Yeah, like there's other people going through shit.
You're
like,
selfish.
And like, bro, I don't.
Yeah, but there's also a fine line sometimes about you not being able to shake something and then you complaining about something that you can't change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the thing. She could change it. She could have changed it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like she couldn't change it. It's she could have changed it, but
Mhm.
she just didn't want to change it.
Mhm.
She was just stuck in that like, oh, I want my whole life back. And it's like, no, that's not the way life works. You
I
know,
know.
if things are gone, things are gone. You know, if you want it back, then you have to work for them back. You know, like I
You're
went
still
through.
pissed.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, man. It's just I look at people. If you give up and you have the opportunity to fix it, I do look at you funny. I do look at you like a weakling, like you are not strong, and I don't want you around me at all.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to realize too. I think mental toughness is like so invaluable of a skill. Like you have to just in life thus far, you have to be mentally tough.
You have to be. There's no other. There's no
you
other
gotta take
option.
L's to your mouth and just literally get punched over and over.
Over and over.
And again, I don't mean to talk like from the perspective like I'm some multimillionaire billionaire, but I'm realizing the value of just saying, okay, just suck it up and just go, bro.
Just go. That's it. Like, I don't know how many L's I've taken just to move forward.
I can't even tell you how many, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I've taken so many lumps just to be like, all right, cool. I'm about to just take this hit right now just so I can get to the next step. Even if it means taking 5 steps backwards.
But the wins, it makes the win so much more
man,
validating,
it's so
bro.
sweet. It's
It's
so
awesome.
sweet because you're like, you grind, you focus, and it seems like it's slow because
Mhm.
progress is always slow. You know what I
which
mean?
sucks.
It sucks. But once you start seeing that progress and you see yourself like really moving forward, you're like, okay, cool. But then you have to work on not getting too excited because now you can fuck it up again. You have to continue to stay focused. That's why
Yeah.
with this, I'm just continuing to stay focused and not hear
Yeah,
anything
I could-
going
I
on
could use
around
some
me.
help, bro.
You know, because
Patience is my biggest issue,
Yo.
bro.
mine too. Big problem for me. I'm very, very impatient with everything.
That's a good thing, though. I don't care what anyone says.
I don't care what anyone says. I feel you because you're like, no, I want that now, and you're
Yeah.
gonna grind for that. You're
You
gonna
gotta-
work for it.
No, you have to be immediate in all your actions. You know what I'm saying? Like you.
That's it.
That's the way I feel, at least. I mean, I could be wrong. Again, I'm not Tony Robbins. I'm not.
No.
I'm not a motivational speaker.
I honestly feel like this path that we're all on, this whole life journey that we're on, it is about feeling like, hey, I can do this no matter what. It is about believing in yourself. It is about trusting in your own will and your own backbone. Like, hey, whatever comes my way, as long as it doesn't kill me, I can make it through.
I will survive.
Yeah, that's it. If you don't have that survivor skill of, I can make it through anything, then you're gonna continue to fall.
I think the only way you acquire that, though, is you just keep taking lumps, though, and you just go through, work through them.
Even rich people take lumps. They continue to take. Nobody stops taking lumps.
Exactly.
Diddy's baby mom just passed away. That's a big lump for him. He's now had to take care of his kids by
Is
himself.
Diddy your idol?
No.
Who is?
Well, the person I never really had idols. It was just people that I admired. So I don't like idolizing human beings. That's weird to me.
My fault, bro.
That's weird to me.
Yo, you're a creep, dog.
You know. But if anything, if you say idolize, probably Greek mythology. Like I have tattoos. I'm big into Greek mythology. Like
You idolize like Zeus?
no, Poseidon and Ares. That's why I have tatted on me, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, I have.
So
what
like
is this?
Poseidon is
Poseidon and Ares, god of war and god of ocean, and then I have Perseus,
This guy's
the
nuts.
demigod. I consider myself a demigod. Hey, but that's what I grew up on.
Well, you'll like this, dude. I'm season. We're switching to season 5 of the show soon.
yeah.
So season 1 was Goodnight Derek, all sunset themed. Season 2 was Powder Puff Deer. It was all women, right?
All women, yeah.
Season 3 was Derek the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You know what I'm saying?
So,
For those who don't know, Derek is the deer
is the deer. Yep.
that everyone sees. That's my dog right there. Well, he's not my dog, but he's my deer. You feel me?
But that's what I'm saying. Like
No, but then season 4, right, was Derek the Last Airbender. That was the season
That's
you
like-
were on.
yeah,
Season
yeah,
5. Ready?
See, it
Season
was
5.
like-
Listen. Dercules.
oh, see,
Yes,
see?
sir.
Every one of us has something that we kind of connect to.
Yeah, for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? To help us, like this is who we kind of morph ourselves around.
Well, yeah, people just like things. They stick to things.
Yeah, like I'm big into science fiction. You know, I love fantasy. I don't really read nonfiction too much. I just started because just to understand how people's minds work a little bit. But I'm into like Ender's Game. You know what I'm saying?
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games, all that.
Harry Potter?
Oh, big time. Come on, baby.
Yes, sir.
Come on,
I
man.
mean, why'd you assume I liked Harry Potter?
Come
Because I
on,
was
man.
like Ron Weasley,
Come
bro?
on, man. Ron was kind of the guy though. He was a bitch, but he was kind of he was kind of the guy. But
He ended with the shorty. He ended with the shorty.
He did hand it with the shorty. That's all that mattered. What do you think?
Conor was a bitch.
What do you think? You're one of the most prominent podcasters. Like, how did that come about for you? Like, how did you be like, all right, cool, this is what I'm gonna do now?
I think it was like, oh shit, I got the skill set to pump out episodes mad fast, and I can do it on my own. And let's go.
Let's go. That's literally. I feel like on my gram, I see you every 2 days.
Good.
I'm like, yo, Conor is literally just pumping these out. Like, okay.
We'll do your reunion episode.
Like, you are, I look at you as the king of content. Like, your conversations are never the same.
That's great.
And I love that. Because it's like, you are able to go from any demographic, any type of person. Like, you just had the author on.
You got to watch it.
And I haven't watched it yet, but I did see the clip.
The dude's story is unbelievable.
I seen the clip about him driving a boat and everything. I was like, oh, I gotta listen to this.
10,000 pounds of hash, bro.
Yeah, I would have been high too. I would have been high as shit too. You know.
And they got busted by the feds in New York City.
And he's still out here writing. He's still out here living.
No, bro, he wasn't even writing before this.
I know.
He said the whole time he felt stifled and he wanted to be a writer. This whole reason was, oh, I'm gonna get on a boat because I want to be a writer. And then he ended up back in the same spot. And then after like a year in prison, he was like, all right, I'm gonna become a writer. And then became a beast-ass writer.
Beast-ass writer. Well, now he's had time. Sitting in a cell gives you time.
He was 19, bro.
Doesn't matter, bro. I was in dorm for 4 years.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man, back home.
Really?
That gives you time. When you're taken away from what's normalized
You
to
said
you,
a dorm?
like dormitory. You know what I'm saying? Like you live in school.
I thought you meant you were in a prison.
It pretty much was. It's close enough.
Why? It was mad isolated or?
Yeah, I mean you're like in an island by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're surrounded by people you don't know really.
Where's this, Nigeria?
This is Nigeria. You know, you're surrounded by a bunch of other kids, you know, and there's power struggles. Just like in prison, there's a power struggle. Some people can take your food.
You start beating shit out of people?
You have to.
You were getting in fights?
You have to fight.
What are you doing that for, bro?
You have to fight. If you don't fight, you're a bitch. What do you want? You know, survival of the fittest.
So what? You just are you? Oh, look at this guy taking a selfie with the dog. This neighborhood's hilarious.
It was hilarious. Yeah.
Are you glad you went there?
Yeah, big time.
Isn't it weird? Like I feel like most grateful for my L's.
Yeah,
it's very weird. That's the way I feel about everything.
Big time. Everything. Even though I was angry that I was back home, as an adult now, I appreciate it a whole lot. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I still have a lot of trauma and stuff like that I have to deal with, but the experiences that I had.
Can you elaborate on the trauma?
The trauma of being left, like not having your parents around.
I also think there's a connotation with the word trauma that I've heard people use. Like, I would
use the word shock.
I would just say I was younger and it sucked.
I would use shock because if you saw where I was living in, you would say it's a shock from what you're used to. It was disgusting, bro. There was no running water. You know what I'm saying? The shitters was trash. It was worse.
Wow, were you like a bad kid out here and your parents were like, yo, you gotta wake up?
No, I wouldn't say I was a bad kid. It was just not something they were used to. That's something that's in my culture. Like, if you're not behaving a certain way that they expect you to behave, like, they threaten you and say, I'm gonna send you back home.
Yeah, my mom did that to me too.
You know what I mean?
Said, I'm gonna send you to military school if you don't get your grades up.
Exactly, you know, but.
And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna leave for 7 days and I hope you forget about this.
I'll be back. Yes, I can do that. You know, it was literally, we went for a family trip and they just said, you wanna stay? And I thought it was cool. Like, yeah, I'll be by myself. And now realizing what the effects were gonna be for me.
You got finessed.
Finessed heavy. Finessed heavy. But I don't regret it though, because I don't know who I would be without that. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I had stayed here, I don't know who I would turn out to be. Like being back home taught me.
Yeah, it's all hindsight.
It's exactly. It's like you know what you know based off of how you grew up. You know, if I stayed here, Shola wouldn't be Sho. I'd probably still just be Shola. Just
What's
else.
your last name?
Muidi.
Muide?
Muide. You know, that's the Nigerian way of saying it, but I give it to Americans, Muidi.
Muidi?
Yeah.
How do you say deer in Nigerian?
I don't know. Don't do all that. I don't know. I'm
trying to do language segments on my show. I want to learn.
You are in a dominantly black demographic.
I know. As everyone keeps saying this.
It's because that's what we see you around. You know what I'm saying?
White
we
people,
don't see.
I get along with white people too.
We know
bro.
that, but we don't see you with that. We see you with us. So how do you feel
I think
about that?
everyone, it's so interesting to me because I get this all the time. It's hilarious.
It's hilarious to me too, but I was like, I have to ask it because they're gonna be like, oh, you didn't even ask him why
I'll
he's
tell
in
you
there.
a mad funny story, and I was dying laughing. This shit was so hilarious. So when I had started the show up, and a lot of the initiatives recently in the last like 5 months, I mean the first 5-6 months, all the stuff I was doing, I was having a lot of rappers on the show. Obviously
Yeah.
the rappers are black or
Of
Spanish,
course.
right?
Yep.
And so I went to a bar in Southie. I was dropping something off. And I saw a kid I knew from college. And I went to a very white college.
Mhm.
Like there was a lot of white kids, rich white kids. And I see this kid. I hadn't seen him since school. So it'd been like, I don't know, like 8 months. And so I was doing Golden Deer stuff at school too.
Yeah.
And so he comes up to me and goes, hey man, like the podcast, dude, it looks great. It looks like it's moving. Great work. You've always been a hard worker. But it doesn't really seem like you're doing a whole lot for us.
For real?
And I was like,
What?
I was like, what do you mean, bro? He's like, white people.
For real?
I was dying, bro.
Wow.
It was hilarious. It wasn't truth, bro.
It wasn't. Yeah, it's definitely true. I can see that. So how do you? I mean,
but I
how
didn't.
did you
But I
take
didn't.
that?
I was laughing. I was like, you're right, bro.
I was like, yeah.
I was like, you're right. You probably wouldn't like a lot of the episodes I've been having because you probably can't relate to a lot of it.
Jesus. That's crazy that he actually said that to you. Like, yo, what's up?
Well, because I was doing so much on my campus for so
Yeah.
long, and then I was like with all these rappers and like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think I grew up in the MECO program, and I had a friend. My best friend growing up was a white kid, and he always had black kids at his crib because they were in the MECO program and they would stay there. And so I always thought that was mad cool because like black kids would be staying in Lincoln, Mass.
Yeah.
And I'd go to his house and there'd be all these kids from like Roxbury and Dorchester. I thought it was sick. And so I started doing that at my house because I always thought it was cool. So growing up, like Sur South, you met Adam sometimes, you met other friends. They would stay at my house for full weeks on end.
Are you serious?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just chilling.
Like we would, like school nights, we'd have sleepovers at my crib and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was
That's
fire.
dope. That's dope.
And
Hell
so,
yeah.
And so I just think over time, it's like,
You say that as dope, but inside, like, elaborate on what you mean by that was dope for you. Like, what do you mean by that was dope to have that around?
well, I think a lot of white people growing up were scared of black people. It's pretty true.
No, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I honestly don't know why. You
Well,
know?
it's the same thing, and I think a lot of black people I've at least met have had like an abrasion to white people too. You know what I'm saying? And that's just natural because have never really met them. You know what I'm saying?
True. And the ones we do meet is the ones that grew up in our neighborhood.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you, what I like about you mostly is you don't change who you are. Like
I can't.
You know what I mean? But we have those who, culture vultures who come
Yeah.
in and assimilate into the way we act, the way we
I feel
dress,
you.
everything like that. But you've stayed exactly who you are.
What if you see me with spinners and into
Oh,
windows next time?
We would definitely cut you off. Like,
Like we do a
Conor's doing too
reunion
much.
episode. You see the Civic has like tinted
We have to cut you off. Like, yo, Connor's doing way too much. We gotta talk to him. Maybe he's going through something.
I show up with a bottle of Henny.
Yo,
bro, it's your guy, bro. How are you, dog?
Like, yo, Connor, what's up, bro? Boachie, come on, man. You got chill. Go, dog. Go over here and talk
That'd be
to me.
hilarious.
I have to like, yo, so you need to smoke something. Calm down. I don't know what you're going
I'm
through.
like, yeah, bro, I brought the weed too.
That,
the blunt wraps.
we won't be mad at that.
I know, Mr. Free Shirts.
We won't be mad at that. People like, okay, hey, he's about to bud.
all right.
Whatever. Hey, you got the Henny? We'll talk to him later
Do
after
your
the
thing,
show.
bro.
Talk to him after. Oh shit! What do you think sets you apart from the rest of the other podcasters?
Nothing. Just I like to work like a psycho.
Yeah.
Like I like to work hard. I'm mad competitive, and I want to run episodes with everybody in the city
Why?
because I love the variety, bro. It's awesome.
I mean, like, I understand that, but why do you want to talk to everybody? Like, what kind of people are you looking to talk to? Like, I've seen your episodes. I obviously watch. I listen to your shit and everything, so I know. But it's like there is no
Focus.
yeah. Just like, oh yeah, no, you're cool. Come up here.
That's literally the thought process. but also I do like building. Like I like the business behind it. I like the idea of growing something really big, and I like the idea as like at my root, I just want to be successful so bad, bro. You know?
I totally feel you, man.
That's what I want, bro.
I say you don't even care however you got there. Just look, just be successful.
Well, I know how the steps work. I get it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I want to win, bro.
That's it.
You know? That's
That's
the truth.
That's it. I'm exactly the same way. Like I've said when I first started doing this, I said I'm gonna be the man. And not in the sense of I'll be better than everybody, but I'll be one of the people that you can go to.
Mhm.
Like, not like I want my name to be huge or anything like that, but like, oh, he's somebody here. You know what I'm saying? If it takes me nationally, cool, whatever. I don't really care about that. But at least in my town, in the city of Boston or whatever, when you say the name Show, it means something.
It all holds weight.
It holds weight. Like, okay, if you want to get something done, go to him or go to
Exactly.
you.
It's ambition,
you know?
you know?
Yeah, that's it. So like, I feel like, go ahead.
Continue. Go ahead, my
No,
bad.
I feel like people want to skip those steps. Like I like to close the door in my face. I like no's. You saying yes to me is too easy. If you say yes to me too easily, I don't.
Doesn't feel like
No,
scrape for it.
Exactly. It doesn't. I won't appreciate it as much.
Mhm.
You know, I prefer you saying no to me because then it's like, okay, cool. Now I gotta
I'm
get
gonna
better.
earn it. Yeah.
You know, I like that. I like the maybe it's. I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. My upbringing a little bit that I like things that are difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I like fighting
The
through
grind,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that shit. So it's
Mhm.
like if it's hard, give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll figure it out. Might take me a while, but I'll figure it out. And when
I believe in what you want to build, bro. I
you know what
totally
I'm
believe in
saying?
it.
So that's why that's what I see about you, and I'm just like, you don't even care, and I like that.
I know to get where I want to go, I have to take millions of L's.
Millions.
I know I have to do that.
Yeah.
That's part of the shit. It's for a long time, bro. I was very reserved in telling people that I'll do anything I want to be successful and I'll do most things to do it. I was insecure about saying it because not many people think like it.
Yeah.
And so I don't ever really want to shove that in someone's face. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people don't understand it.
And I understand why they don't get
Yeah.
it. Because it sucks a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? It's
So many downs. You appreciate the one little good thing
it's
that
like
happens.
98% downs, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people won't get it because, like, you know, you're gonna come off as like being aggressive or being intimidating. But when it comes down to it, bro, I can't fight my nature. I want to fucking win,
I wanna
man.
fucking win, bro. You said earlier that you like the competitive nature of things. A lot of our compadres, our colleagues, they look at competition as a negative thing. How do you look at competition?
I would love everyone to compete because it's gonna make everyone better. And it's not necessarily. See, that's the also tough thing about Boston. Sometimes it's like, cool, you guys might have a podcast, but it's just a different lane. So it's not like I can really like look at you and be like, yo, bro, like this is my competition, because it's not.
It's not completely different.
So like it would be. So I've gone crazy in my head about my competitors that don't even know about me.
You be watching them too? Yeah.
But I stack myself up against people who don't even know I exist. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
People who are at
Peak level.
pinnacles
Yeah.
of success.
Yeah.
That's who I in my head.
Oh, I ain't
and
going
I,
front with
and,
you.
and I hate to give it the game away, but that's
Literally it.
that's my thoughts a lot. It's like, yep, that's my competition.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. Charlamagne the God, Joe Budden, you know, that's what gave me this idea.
Yeah, it helps
The
drive
pull-up.
you, bro. You know.
I was like, ooh, I like that. You know, how could I spin that and make something on my own out of
Mhm.
that? Because, yeah, they all have their own shows and stuff and everything with other people, but standing alone, when people see you by yourself, it's just a different thing.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when we first met and you were doing it by yourself, I know you had a co-host before, but when you became just you, different ball game.
Oh yeah.
Because you now have to carry it on your own. You know what I mean? Like, I know you do your homework and stuff, and it shows that you do your homework.
I don't always do.
I know you that, but you finagle it doing the shows though.
Oh yeah.
Based off of how the person.
Master salesman, bro.
You finagle it through your shows. You know. So, what would you say keeps you motivated to keep going besides the winning and the competitive nature of everything? Is there anything to prove about family or anything like that? Does that come into play at any time?
Got Dr. Phil over here.
You know, I'm working on my shit, baby.
No, well, you know, I think I was actually on Amir Max's podcast recently. Great dude. Most like such a natural, like, entertaining charisma to him, bro.
Oh, Amir Max?
Yeah.
Yeah. That what is his
Stephen A. Smith.
Tempa
Tempa Zone,
podcast,
Tempa
Tempa
Zone.
Zone. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great kid, bro. But he was asking me the same thing, and I was like, "Yo, I'll be honest. I think, I think doubt, like other people doubting you, it's never like the driving force, but people, you think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how many times have you thought about how much more does negativity drive you than positivity for you?
Negativity doesn't drive me at all.
It doesn't?
No, I don't care. Because negative things happen all the time to me. So it's like I'm numb to it. You know what I mean? The positive things is what helps me mostly.
It's because you married, you got kids, bro. You
No, that's stressful as fuck. That is stressful as fuck. Like, everybody that I know is married, we're stressed, bro. It's not an easy life. And then balancing 3-4 jobs, that's pretty much what I have.
You don't stop. I
don't
it.
stop. You know,
I love it.
Things suffer. There's a lot of sacrifices that are being made, and less time being spent with the kids.
Well, it's not even fucking complain, bro.
It's not a complaint at all. I'm just telling the facts of what
Yeah.
it is. But it's a choice that you have to make.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you have a girlfriend, or if you have a girlfriend, you know how it is. Now you have to split time. You want to do things. She's like, oh, I want to do this, that, and the third. You're like, nah, I'm trying to go record. You know, it's just sacrifices in every aspect of life.
I'm trying to go say hi to this other shorty.
Yeah, you already know how that goes. You already know. But that's the way this game goes in anything. I mean, even as a construction worker, a lot of the construction workers that I know, their family life suffers because it becomes life. You know, you come on, you're doing,
Demanding.
yeah, you come home every day, 5, 6 o'clock, your kids want to play with you, you're tired.
You're exhausted.
You're exhausted. Your woman wants some time. I got to be in bed by 8 o'clock because you got to wake up at 3 o'clock.
I'm not trying to get intimate with you.
You know, I don't have no time for that.
Right
Yeah, I'm dying.
You're not even home all day doing
You know,
nothing.
and a lot of the marriages or relationships in the tradesmen don't work because of that.
I feel
My
you.
partner actually right now is going through a divorce.
Oh, your work partner.
My work partner, you know what I'm saying? He's going through a divorce right now. 15 years down the drain.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Mar-
it's a lot.
Marriage is scary.
Marriage is scary. He lost everything. Everything he worked for, the house. He's paying her alimony on top of child support, all of that.
He's getting
He's
finessed.
finessed. He's stressed out.
Yeah, I feel
You know? But that's the sacrifices we make. Like
For sure.
he told me that I asked him actually today, I was like, how did you deal with not having your family around you anymore? He's like, he held a gun to his head every night. Every night.
Like real life gun.
A real life gun to his head every night because he was suicidal.
Jesus.
Yeah. He was like, it was such a drastic change for him that he didn't know what to do with himself. You know what I'm saying? Like he wanted to just end it all because the pain was just so much for him to deal with. Like he obviously he's like, yeah, I got better by each day and everything, but it was demanding emotionally to not have your kids around when you're used to walking into your house and your kids run up to you saying, hi, daddy, miss you, da 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 da, and now you have nothing. And your wife's not there and you have nothing. It's just you in darkness. You know, it's a whole different mindset. Obviously, I don't understand it, you know, because I've never gone through that. You know, but for people who have gone through that, a lot of my colleagues who are carpenters, I've gone through that. You know, so that's why I was like, that has helped me understand, like, okay, even though I am making sacrifices, I do have to figure out how to balance.
Yeah.
Now, how do you balance yours? Like your personal life, hanging out with your friends? Because I don't even hang out with my friends anymore. I tell you straight up.
You want to talk about balance, bro? I don't know what it is.
It's the one thing, and it's one thing's fire and the other one's not, right?
Bro, I literally have the worst balance. There is no balance.
Nothing.
There is zero balance. One time I do get a little balance nowadays if I'm grilling chicken. That's literally it, bro. It's the truth.
How do you grill chicken?
I put a little salt and pepper on it, and I just get the grill.
A little bit.
So I'll have like a nice 18 minutes where my brain's just looking at the chicken, bro. It's not in this fucking chaos galaxy.
Just I ain't gonna front with you. When I am grilling, I'm at peace.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
we
love
should start a
grilling.
cooking show.
I love grilling. You know how to cook?
I know how to grill chicken.
Chicken. That's it.
No, I can cook.
You go cook.
I do all my meals. Yeah, right.
What are you cooking right now?
Well, I'm trying to get sexy, so I've been doing elaborate.
You're 23, bro. You know what I'm saying? Show them guns, let them see it, man.
I'm look hard at 33 too.
Hey, man, you see me out here, baby.
Looking bulky.
You know what I mean? Little push-ups here and there, nothing too much, man.
Yeah, but your wife's, remember.
Don't matter. I tell all the time, I'm never getting fat. It's never happening. I'm never letting go. A lot of my friends
Sam
let
looks
go.
great too.
Well, he's young.
Sam's
No,
young?
he
How old is Sam?
You know, he's 30. He's 30. He's 30.
Young.
Yeah, he's young. He's summertime Sam right now.
You're young.
Yeah, but
No, he's watermelon in the bowl Sam.
he's
or mango in the bowl
bro,
Sam.
He eats a lot of fruit. But yeah, I mean, I don't believe in letting yourself go or get too comfortable where you lose yourself. You know,
What do you mean?
in the sense of, all right, relationships. A lot of people I grew up around, when they're in relationships or they got married, they just lost themselves. They don't know who they are anymore. Their woman runs their life, or their man runs their life, or their relationship runs who they are.
I just can't relate. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never been like that. I don't care if I'm in a relationship or not, I'm gonna go do me. That's what I feel like. I feel like if you are, doesn't matter, you should still always be yourself.
Yeah, I heard someone say that recently too. Like people, you still got to be selfish. I honestly wouldn't know. I've never really had a long relationship.
What's the longest you ever had?
I'm probably my high school girlfriend, like a year.
Get out of here.
Probably-
For real?
Probably it.
You're living the life right now then, bro. Because guess what? You're dealing now, you have so much time on your hands to do so many things.
I know. I'm trying to capitalize, bro.
you
You
know,
feel me?
so when you do actually get that.
I'll be thinking selfishly though, like this. I think for a very long time though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you have a
Goal. Exactly.
yeah, you know, and now that you have that goal, nothing's gonna get in your way. You're not gonna allow that shit.
Exactly.
You know.
And if I ever fall off the horse, I want you to beat the bag.
Oh, I got you. If I see you like, hey, I only saw one episode today. What's going on? What's going on?
No, that's what I'm saying. No, don't say anything. Just sneak up on me.
Oh, you already know.
Thank you, bro.
You already know I got you, man.
Those
we need
Nigerian
you.
fists.
We need you out here, man. We need you out here. I mean, what's some advice that you would actually give somebody who's a part of our culture, but they're white? They're trying to figure out how to enter without seeming like
You're
a
saying
culture,
like what advice would I give a white person who wants to make friends with black people?
who wants to be part of the culture, who loves the culture and doesn't want to come off as a culture vulture.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
I would tell them to probably go to like Aldi or Tedeschi and get a do-rag and then just and then just walk into Roxbury and just walk down the street and just wait for the first comment.
You're fucking killing me, bro. Oh, shit, we try to get them shot at rocks right here.
That'd be hilarious.
That
bro.
would be funny as hell. Actually,
What if he's always walking down the street with like a red Dewey? And you're
like, ooh. Honestly, we'll probably get scared. You'd be like, what the fuck? That's a crazy white boy. That's a crazy white boy, yo.
everyone's, the fan club.
I'm like, oh my God, man.
Honestly, I actually don't. I have no advice. I don't know. I don't know. Be yourself. Like,
I think they have a issue with what I say is, I would use you as an example, honestly. Like, I really do like appreciate how you've come about doing what you do.
thank you.
Like, you're not doing anything but just being yourself. You from your events, from how you present the events, how you present yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't come off like, okay, yeah, I'm all about you guys or anything like that. You know, like, no, I'm a people person, period.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I would tell a white.
I get it. Someone told me recently that it's strange that I like know that I can talk with like people of different races, but to me it just doesn't seem like
because you're not
abnormal.
overthinking it.
Or maybe it's just always been like that. It just never really seemed abnormal to me. It's like, this is a person, this is a person, this is a person.
Thank you. I think that's what I always tell my friends. Like, they always tell the same thing about me. Like, oh, I come off.
Yeah, you got a white wife.
Like, you know, I'm like, yo, I just like people. To me, people are people. Like, I understand. I actually like the cultural differences. I like that you grew up differently from me because I want to know about that.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know anything about that. I'm not gonna judge you based off of it. Yes, there's some stereotypical things that I know and that are true. And
Some stereotypes are right.
it's right. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like everybody's stereotypical. Like, I'm African. There's some things about us that is very true and that is trash.
Absolutely.
You know, and I'm like, everybody has that. So why would I put myself
Give
above
me a stereotype. I want to see if I've heard it.
of Africans?
Yeah. Well, Nigerians, I definitely have heard that they're hard workers.
Hard workers, but Africans. I'm trying to think. What is a big stereotype for Africans?
See, I was getting a little late.
Okay. What is a big stereotype for Africans? Oh, that we get our ass whoopings.
What, parents would beat your ass?
Beat your ass, man.
Is that true?
That's very true. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
What about some stereotypes of white people that you heard were
Y'all
true?
don't shower,
That's not true. I shower every day.
bro. You smell like dogs.
Okay, it's a little vicious.
It's a little vicious. It's a little vicious. It's wild, you know.
One hilarious one is like, yo, all white dudes of a certain age have the same haircut, and I'm like, all right, I'm kind of starting to see it a little bit.
You gotta see it a little
Yeah.
bit. It's a little bit. Oh, that we all have the same. The Africans have the same like egg head because you see my head. You know, so that's like an African head. You know, I'm like, all right, cool.
Got that Humpty Dumpty
Got
head,
this
boy.
shit, you know what I mean? Like, if I was to grow up like Joe Jefferson with all that shit, or baldy in the middle, fuck that shit. But
Hilarious.
before we wrap up, man,
Wait, before we wrap up, I got a gift.
you got a gift. Oh, another one.
And listen, oh yeah, another one. DJ Khaled. So Show has now finessed me in all my events. He definitely got when he came on my podcast. His whole wardrobe's probably GDP now. But
I have-
the
I
mass
have a
pack has arrived.
I have
man.
seen those. Oh, and it's pink. One of my favorite colors.
It's a large. It fits.
Yeah, hell yeah, it fits. Large is everything.
And I appreciate having you, man. So thank you.
Thank
That's
you,
for
man. Appreciate you, man. I got
I'm
my
glad.
Aura shit
Yeah,
coming for
no. Yeah, I'm glad.
So-
I'm glad you can accessorize it.
Before we get finish up, what is your aura?
You're gonna have to elaborate.
So my new thing is my aura, which is based off energy doesn't lie. So what is your aura that you put out to the world that you want people to like feel when they can meet you and they see you, like dealing with you when you step up? Hey, hi, I'm Conor. What's the energy that you want to put forward?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Actually, I do know. When people see me, when shorties see me, I want them to be like, damn, bro, this dude looks good. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that.
Shit.
I feel you on that.
He's really driven. He's young and successful. We love this guy.
Yeah.
And
Hey.
he's a jokester.
That's it.
But honestly, I think that I want people to know, like, I'm a huge, as like, it's corny and stereotypical as it sounds, I'm just a very big believer in dreaming. You know, it sounds mad corny, but it's the truth.
No, that's the truth.
I'm
That's
just-
if that's your truth. That's your truth.
You can bring him up, yeah, sure. Whoa!
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know. I feel very blessed. Just like I want to execute on the things that are in my head, and like that's one. And then I also just want everyone to know I'm like a positive dude, and like
Yeah,
and I really believe in myself heavy.
it's good.
Is that good for an aura
Yeah, that's
question?
good. Hell yeah. If it's as long
How
as
have I
it's
been
from
with
you.
the deep stuff? Good.
No, you've been good. As
All
long
right.
as it's from you, that's all that matters. That's what I want people to understand about this. Like, it's not about what I think. It's about how you perceive life.
I know, but what I'm saying is you are a podcaster, so is that a good answer?
That's yeah. If it's from you, it's
How
from
my
you.
answers been
It's
good?
been good. We had
Good
a
episode?
convo, baby. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, yeah, I had my questions, but we actually kicked it. Like, this is legit. You and I first time.
I know, but what I'm saying, was it a good
It
episode?
was good. Nah, you was good.
Okay,
You was
word.
good. I won't come on, man. I wouldn't have called you
All
without
right,
that.
thank
You know
you.
what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all paying attention, listening, watching to Kicking It With Show. This is Conor. Let them know where they can find you, bro.
Listen, they call me Conor, but the short is you can call me Big Boachie. I came here with Show, aka Dr. Show, aka Young Dr. Phil, aka Young Steve Harvey, aka Young Joe Budden. I run a podcast called the Golden Hours Podcast, and I also do a bunch of other crazy stuff in the city. On Instagram, you can follow me at Big Boachie. My podcast is called the Golden Hours Podcast, and you and I have to talk about doing some website stuff.
Let's get it together.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it together.
Haven't set one up yet?
For me personally,
Yeah.
no, I have one
Tomorrow.
with it. You know, we'll talk about that.
And I'm going to the West Indian Festival.
You are going.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
so now I'm gonna go.
Yes,
Word. We gonna
sir.
go. I'm gonna show up. I haven't been in that shit in a long time. I'll go if you're going.
Let's go on the Urban Collective float, bro. That dude Stefan has a massive float.
I know. My people's run that shit. That's my people's.
Let's go. It's gonna be.
They know I don't go, but I'll come if you're going. If you're really going.
Well, you were at a concert recently, right? You've been getting out to the events.
I have to, man. See what's going on. It can't be can't be out here and
You've
not
been
know what's going
spying.
on. Yeah, man. See what's going on, you know. But holla at y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, Kicking It With Show. I'll see y'all next time. Holla.